Mr. Samuel, thanks very much for talking to us today.
Thanks, it's a pleasure to be here.
What would you say are the biggest obstacles that both you face as a business and the world faces in either preventing or eradicating some of these diseases?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think aside from the research and development, once you get a molecule and a product to market, getting the medicines into these far-flung developing world countries are very challenging from a regulatory perspective and also from a supply chain perspective. What we see on the regulatory side is that it's country by country. It's very complicated. It can be a few pages where you submit a dossier to thousands of pages where you translate it into a different language, and you require lots of samples and methods that are very voluminous. So that's a huge challenge. Once you get the product approved in the country, then you have the forecasting and the medical education that is required, because these medicines or the disease states are complex, and you need a series of education around how to appropriately use these medicines.
And do you find that governments in some of these less developed countries are aligned with that those problems in their countries are also the ones that they're trying to address as a top priority?
I've seen over the years that it's gotten better. I think governments are realizing that having a healthy population is important to their long-term growth and evolution as a country, and they're making more commitments financially to eradicate certain diseases or address diseases such as HIV and viral hepatitis. So I'm actually quite optimistic in what I'm seeing over the last couple of years.
Well, tell me then, what would you say have been the key takeaways for you from this Asia Global Dialogue?
I think, it has to do with one of the questions that came up is how do you prepare the younger generation to take on the challenges of the next couple of years. I think education is important. I think one of the things I'm hearing is that Asia needs to look at how it is advancing, whether it's looking at the atmosphere or the energy. It has just to look at the banking and finance. One area that I haven't really heard is the investment in healthcare. I think that when you look at where we are today, you have to start investing in healthcare. That investment means you're investing in healthier individuals, and you need to look at models to improve healthcare. You have healthy citizens, which means you have a healthy workforce, which means you can grow your GDP, or your GNI per capita can continue to grow. So I think banking, finance, the environment, that's the word I was looking for, the environment. You have to look at those things and then invest in education.
All right, Mr. Samuel, thanks very much indeed for your thoughts.
Okay, thank you very much.